What's up guys, so this is a quick video on how to take your front wheel off a motorcycle. So right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this caliper off first. So there's two bolts, there's one here and one above at the top. They're both 12mm bolts, so we're going to loosen them and take them off. And by the way, this is the left side of the motorbike we're starting on. So right, what you want to do now is take take it off completely now. You just want to slide it off and be careful you don't smack your wheel as you're taking the brake caliper off. So right, once you've taken that off, just leave it to the side to rest. Now you want to take the axle bolt off. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the front and loosen the pinch bolts off. So right, these are the pinch bolts. We want to loosen them off, and we don't need to take them off completely, but we just need to loosen them off. Be careful you don't scratch your wheel. Right, we're going to move on to the other side and do the same thing with the other pinch bolt. Right, we're going to loosen these pinch bolts. So right, what we're going to do now is we're going to take the other brake caliper off. Right, take the brake caliper off and be careful you don't bang the alloy. Just leave that to rest there. So right, what we're going to do now is go back to the other side and slide the axle out and take the wheel out. So right, that's what we're going to do now. So right, we're going to slide the axle out now, and we're going to support the wheel as well. So as we slide it out, the wheel will drop down, but we want to keep the wheel up until we've slid the axle out completely. So right, we're going to do that now. So we're going to slide that out. So right, we're on the other side now, and I'll push the axle out a bit and I'm going to slide it out completely. So right, the axle's out. All we need to do is let the wheel slide down and slide the wheel out. Just be careful of the spaces. You might have spaces on either side. So right, we're going to slide the wheel out now. So right, that's the wheel out. So right, so what we're going to do quickly is, now I've got my wheel off, I can get my tyre changed. But what we're going to do with the calipers is we're going to put them back on and slide the bolts back on. It'll keep everything safe and it'll stop any pressure getting onto the brake lines. So we'll connect them back up now. You don't need to tighten them up, it's just temporarily, just to keep them in place and keep the weight, like I said, off the brake line. Right, we'll do the other side now. So right, we're going to connect this caliper up now. Because I'm gonna actually change the tyre on my alloy itself, and I don't know how long these are going to be like that, so I'd rather put them back in. Last thing you want to do is damage your brake lines. So right, basically I'm going to do a tyre change on my wheel next, and I'll do that on a separate video. So right guys, that's how you take the wheel off, and once I've got my tyre changed, and I'll show you how to put it back on as well. Right guys, let's fit the wheel back on to the bike now. So I've managed to do my tyre and I've managed to balance it as well, and I have done a video on them. If you need any help, just go and have a quick look, maybe something might help you there. Right guys, let's fit this wheel. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take the calipers off. So right, we're going to get the wheel and put it into place, ready to slide in. Just make sure you got it the right way around, and that's what I'm going to do now. Yep, it's going the right way around. Make sure the rotation is right. Just roll it into place gently. Watch the calipers, and make sure you put your spacers back in as well. Right, so slide your wheel back into place, get your axle, get that ready, and what you want to do is you want to lift the wheel up into place and support it as best as you can with your foot or a piece of wood, whatever you can get hold of at the time. So I'm going to use my foot. So right, you just want to level the other side out as best as you can and then slide the rest of the axle through. Do with a mallet. Just make sure that's flush. So right, that's into place now. So right guys, we're going to fit the actual bolt now. Start it off with your fingers and then tighten it up. And you want to make sure that you torque set it to the right settings to your manufacturer's spec. Mine's actually 91, so I'm going to tighten it up to that now. So right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fit the calipers, and then we'll do the pinch bolts. No, actually, yeah, we'll do the caliper first. So you want to slide the calipers back into place. And you want to put the bolts back in. But before you put the bolts back in, you want to put a bit of copper grease. You just smear a bit on the threads. All it is, it just stops it seizing in future, and it'll come off easily. So right, once you put a bit of copper grease, slide them in. So there's the other bolt. Just going to put some on the thread there now. Right, we'll slide this bolt in now. So for now we'll just do these hand tight. So right, we'll go to the front and we'll do the pinch bolts next. So right, these are the pinch bolts. You want to tighten this one up first. Then you want to tighten this one up. There is a torque setting for this, but I haven't got the bits for it. And then finally you want to go back to this one again and re-tighten that and just check it. And you can check the other one again if you want. Right, onto the other side. So right, we're going to tighten this one up on the right side first. Tighten that up as much as you can, and then go to the other one and tighten that up. Just watch out for your wheel, you don't scratch it or anything. And then finally you want to go back to the first one again and tighten that up. You can just check them off if you want to, I just like to. So right, we're going to come onto the other side and fit the caliper. So right, we're going to put the brake caliper into place. And we're going to fit the bolts now. Same thing again. Just going to apply a little bit of copper grease on the threads only. So right, we want to loosely tighten them up. Basically hand tighten them, so really. So right, once you hand tightened them, see if you can torque set them. Mine are set at 40. I don't know if you can see that. And I want to apply that now. But one thing you want to do first is you want to slide your wheel and press your brake a couple of times. Basically that will repressurize your brakes, and it will realign the brake pads to the disc, to the rotors, sorry. So once you're happy, just keep them locked on and then just tighten it up. Same with the other side. So I'm going to do that now. Just make sure you've got the brake pad locked on. I mean the brake lever still locked on while you're doing this. So right guys, that's it. There's nothing else to it. We've fitted the wheel and hopefully we're back on the road. The only thing we need to do is just be careful with the new tyre, obviously break it in first. So right guys, I hope this helps somebody out who's trying to do the same job. And thank you for watching guys. Like, comment and subscribe. Bye.